It was a busy day on the island of SODOR, and all the engines were working hard. Thomas, Gordon, and Bertie were chatting at the station. "It's such a nuisance. Oh, the indignity," said Gordon crossly. "What is it, Gordon?" asked Thomas. "Is your paint scratched up?" "No, even worse," said Gordon. "Well," said Bertie, "what is it then?" "James will be taking my afternoon express, and I'll have to pull trucks." "Oh dear," said Thomas. "The express engine finally learns to pull trucks. How awful." "Thomas, I know you don't mean that." "Yes," said Thomas. "Well, you've been really boastful about pulling the express all week. It's time you do something different." "Yeah," said Bertie. "It's been quite irritating. Now I must go. Goodbye, you two." And Bertie roared away. "Huh, I better go too," said Gordon, and he raced out of the station. Gordon raced around the island, pulling his express. However, he soon had to wait at a red signal. In the shed ahead was Airy, Bert, and Diesel. "Hey," said Gordon, "why aren't you three working?" "We refuse to do any job until we get to pull a special train." "Yeah," said Airy. "Like the Flying Kipper," agreed Bert. "Or your express." "Oh, not a chance you'll be getting to touch my coaches," said Gordon. "Well, the fact stands that we won't be doing any jobs until we get to do something important for a change." Gordon shivered at a fact, at a Diesel pulling his express coaches. Oh, the indignity. Soon the signal changed from red to green, and Gordon raced away. He didn't want to talk to the Diesels anymore. Gordon raced around the island of SODOR at tremendous speed. Raced through Tiffany's sheds and through the tunnel. Soon Gordon came out of the tunnel and back into Wellsworth Station, where Edward and James were waiting. "James," said Gordon, "I thought it was just going to be you pulling my express coaches." "Nope, Edward came too." "Yes, I did," said Edward. Strapham had decided that it would be too heavy for just James to pull, so he had me pull it too. "And does that mean there will be extra cars added onto my train, cars that you were supposed to take?" "Unfortunately, yes," said Edward. "But don't worry, Gordon, that'll just mean you're being a really useful engine." "I don't care. I want to pull the express." But Gordon's driver disagreed. "Come on, Gordon. It's just one freight train. We can get it over with quickly. If we go fast." "Ugh, fine," said Gordon. He uncoupled from his express coaches, coupled onto the goods train, and he soon left the station. But again he was stopped by a red signal. "Oh, look who's pulling a goods train now." "Yes," said Diesel, "you got too puffed up in your smoke box about pulling your splendid coaches, so it serves you right." "Oh, the indignity," said Gordon. The signal soon turned green, and Gordon puffed away. Meanwhile, back at the station, Edward and James were getting ready to pull the express. "All right," said Edward. "Let's go," he said. And the two engines soon puffed off. The two engines were making good time. When they got to the harbor, however, wheesh! And Edward promptly came to a stop. "What happened?" asked James. "Edward has burst his safety valve," said his driver and fireman. "He can't go any further." "Oh dear, what will we do now?" Meanwhile, Gordon was huffing along on his way. He didn't want to enjoy it, but he slightly enjoyed pulling a goods train. "I like some easy work," he said. He was making good time as well. Soon Gordon arrived back at the station. Well done, said his driver. Now we just have to get to Vickerstown, and we'll be done. I don't know, said Gordon. I kind of like pulling goods trains. It's not that bad. Probably, said his driver, because these trucks aren't troublesome. Yeah, probably, said Gordon. Hey, what's that ahead? Edward and James were stuck on the line just ahead. Gordon, could you help us? Said James. Edward here is broken down and I can't take the train on my own. I guess I could try, said Gordon. He buffered up to the express coach and started to push. And soon the long line was moving steadily down the track. It started to gain some speed, in fact. Airy, Bert, and Diesel stared wide-mouthed outside of the shed. And soon the cavalcade was on its way. And soon the engines reached the station. And Sir Topham Hatt came to tell Gordon how proud he was of him. And after that, Gordon and James took Edward to be repaired. Gordon now knows that pulling goods trains isn't that bad, especially when it involves helping out a friend in need.